All right, Sin, what's good with you, bro?
What's up, man? We just chilling. We just moved to LA. It's just crazy.
Oh,
man.
you just moved to LA?
Yeah, we just moved out here.
You been in LA for a minute though, okay.
Yeah, a month ago type shit, but it's just crazy. We just cooking up music.
Okay.
The YardS4le. We got a Bossy Jackson in the cut, you feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, shit's lit right now.
All right, you got the whole gang with you.
Facts.
All right, so basically, I want to ask you, I guess we're going to start out, you know, where are you from? How was it growing up?
Alright, well, my family's from New York, but I grew up in Jersey.
Okay.
And it's pretty crazy out there. Niggas like to spin cars. I guess spin cars everywhere, but
okay,
there ain't shit to do out there, so we do it a lot.
Okay.
And, yeah, you know, it's kind of a small town where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like a suburban kid, low-key.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I don't know. I just like, just fell in love with making like alternative shit and listening to that shit, and I don't really like hip-hop no more, so trying to stray
move
away
around.
from that. Yeah.
Okay.
Move around.
Okay. So now, a lot of people probably don't know, you know, legendary rapper YardS4le is your pops.
Yeah, so YardS4le is my pops, you know, big legend in the game. You know, he rapped for Murder Inc., all that shit.
Oh yeah, shout out the whole Murder Inc., man. Irv Gotti, YardS4le, my homie SMF JT. You know,
JT, SMF JT, that's the boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Murder Inc. shit.
Most definitely. Okay, so now what is that like? Like, how was it growing up with your dad being like, you know, a big time rapper? Did a lot of people like act a certain way or?
I mean, growing up with my dad, it wasn't too crazy. I mean, he brought me to award shows, stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, it was kind of like, you know, if I ever wanted to do it, he was the right person to show me, like, how to do it and that it was capable to be able to do it.
Right.
So, I mean, it was dope.
Okay.
I never really felt like I was anything special or, you know, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times, like, you know, people have parents who's in the industry, or like homies will have homies that's on. Like, you know, in Chicago, for example, or New York or wherever, like, your homie will be the top rapper, and then you come out, you know, boom, you know, now that homie is on, you know, some shit like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I like shit like that, like the Lil Durk, King Von type shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, having your homie come on after you was on.
Yeah.
I think that type of shit is beautiful. And like, I mean, you know, there's kids that did it, you know, Jaden Smith, you know, Will Smith, you feel me? So like, I like stories like that. And hopefully I could be one of those one day.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So now, let's talk about some of your music, man. You're into the alternative, what else do you got going on, like rock?
Yeah, like, so basically, I'm into rock music, I'm into more alternative shit, EDM, all that good shit. But right now, you know, I'm trying to make hyperpop. Well, I am making hyperpop. It's like a new music genre right now.
Hyperpop is...
I mean, shit, it's basically like high-pitched vocals, sometimes like really distressed and distorted vocals. And they chop it up too. Not always, but they chop it up and like glitch up the vocals and shit. And yeah, I think that shit's cool. I'm trying to make more punk shit in the future.
Yeah, I'm a fan of pop. You know, I remember when Chris Brown and Tyga was coming out with the pop music and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Nicki Minaj.
Pop shit. That shit's hard, but it's kind of like a mixture of EDM, rap, like emo shit. It's just, it's a match of everything. There's no rules, you know, so you can do whatever you want.
Definitely. Okay. So now, if your phone was to get played on a speaker at a party, who would we hear?
You said if I had a what?
If you had a phone on an aux at a party, like, what's some of the music we would hear on Center's phone?
If I had the aux at a party, I'd probably play, shit, I don't even know, that's a good question. Howfu, I guess, but not even at a party though.
Well, no, I'm gonna say, like, okay, if you guys' phones was to get played on the speaker, like right now, what would we hear at the party?
The Gang.
The Gang?
Yeah, we play our shit.
Okay. That's what most artists are saying now when I ask that.
Yeah, I mean, we play a lot of our shit, but, I mean, we play other people in the scene, like, you know, Curtains, you know, Zilla Kami, but he makes more like screamo shit, like
yeah.
screamo shit. Yeah, this nigga's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that does like the screamo shit. And, I don't know, Lil Peep maybe.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to Peep. You know.
Peep at a party go crazy.
It would though. He got a few joints. He got a few joints.
It's hard. He comes to mind at a party. That shit goes wild.
Facts. Definitely X. I've definitely put
XXX.
X at the party. Yeah, XXX. Yeah.
You guys fuck with Trippie Redd, Lil Uzi?
Yeah, fuck with Uzi, Trippie. Yeah, hell yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even listen to that shit. Like I haven't listened to like really mainstream stuff in a while. Ever since I got like into the underground, that's like, because I don't know. It's nothing against them. Like obviously Trippie's talented, Uzi's super talented, but like there's so much music to hear.
Yeah.
There's so much to hear that like you can't just like only listen to those like main artists. You gotta like venture out and like you're listening to music that like you don't necessarily like, because you could find something and you could take something from it.
Yeah, very true.
As an artist, like you're always looking for stuff that's like pushing boundaries and shit. So it's like, so like that whole like communal form of music, like us being from like the Northeast of New York and shit, like it's not like Atlanta, it's not like Chicago where they have the support for each other like that. So it's like a lot of us ventured out to like the internet, and like once you start getting into the underground, especially like on SoundCloud, like there's so many different kinds of music that like you're like, why haven't I heard this? Like why hasn't anyone heard this? Like this, it's like just pushing boundaries and like the thing that's awesome about hyperpop is that it's literally every genre. Like you can hear hyperpop, but like there's like trap hyperpop, hyper trap.
Everybody got their own sauce to it.
There's like dance hyperpop. There's you know what I mean, country hyperpop. Like any genre is really hyperpop. Is just kind of melding all genres together and then kind of like bringing it to the future with like all like this digital stuff. So everything really molds together, and like that's really like where we're at with everything. It's just like trying to push the boundaries, you know.
It's like Sin said, there's no rules.
Right,
you do whatever you want with hyperpop.
Yeah, and people want to feel free in music now. Everybody wants to do their own thing, man.
Definitely.
Okay, so now what's the name of you guys' group?
YardS4le.
YardS4le.
YardS4le?
YardS4le.
Yeah.
What made you come up with the name YardS4le?
I was high as fuck. I was smoking in my backyard.
Okay.
And at that point it was 4 of us, and back in Long Island, and I was just smoking in my backyard, and we wanted to start a collective. We didn't have like a name or anything. Yeah. And I don't know why, I just thought of yard sale. I just thought it was a cool name. And then fucking we kind of put a meaning to it, like, because we all skate and shit, and when you're skating, a yard sale is like when you bust your ass and your shit goes all over the place, like shit falls out of your pockets, you drop your phone and shit. Like we call it yard sale because like our shit's all over the place. We do whatever, like shit. Like we're all just like fucked up doing whatever the fuck we want to do.
Okay.
Making whatever music.
Most definitely. Okay, so now how do you guys feel about the West Coast so far? Because you guys moved to LA. You know, what made you guys move to LA together?
Honestly, just to network and to do.
It's the business.
It's the business.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like when you're in the industry, you gotta go where like you know your resources are, and then like where the market is and stuff. And it's like in New York, it's really one of those places where it's like you have to be established already. Like kind of feeling like LA and like what I'm super fond of Atlanta is that like there's really a lot of opportunity to be able to bridge gaps because people are a lot more open-minded, and it's like because it's like a surplus of artists out here, everyone kind of has like that same energy. So when you start walking around, like you feel inspired even when like you're not really doing much, you know. And like, it's just like a lot of the stuff that happens, like you would say it's happen chance or it's like by accident or like because half the stuff that we do comes up the same day. Right. It's everyone's working all the time. Like this is where the business is. So you kind of gotta expect it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like one of those things. Like it surprises me every day, but it doesn't because this is what we're here for, you know. And like, this is just where it is. So.
Right. Okay. So for YardS4le, what are some of the things you guys need to get you going in the studio? A lot of guys need weed, liquor, females, you know, good vibes.
Yeah, I just need weed and a computer.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, it's just a vibe. And honestly, like what's the craziest is that most of us like are more comfortable just recording where we are, you know what I mean? Our own home place. Like I run a studio in New York and stuff, but like a lot of the stuff that pushes, that really like what we feel is like the best of our stuff comes from when we're doing it alone because of that confidence. So we all have like our own setups. We all record like there'd literally be 4 of us recording in the crib at the same time. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Okay. So now, do you guys have any projects out or coming soon?
We have projects coming. We got a yard sale project coming. Everyone's doing their own individual shit too. Like everyone be dropping songs separately, but then we have like our yard sale page where every once in a while when we all make a song together, whoever makes a song and we want to drop it on there, it's just like fuck it, let's throw it on yard sale. And I don't know, it's going good.
Okay.
We're about to drop a collab project. It's just all of us. It's a yard sale project. Produced by like one of our in-house producers. Noah made this.
Yeah, Noah.
Okay.
But yeah, we all drop on SoundCloud, just honestly irregularly, but like regularly. Like, I drop every Monday. I sometimes try twice a week, and like Sinner drops like literally could drop today, tomorrow. Like it's just like half of us drop because we feel like it. It's just that that feeling we get that day. It's like you know when I'm about to drop it. And honestly, for us, this is like other than the yard sale project, we just really kind of let things make itself, you know.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. All right. So now, who do you guys want to work with, whether it be in the industry or underground, in the future?
Christopher Jordan.
Okay.
If I could work with anybody, and like if it was mainstream, I'd say Trippy. If it was underground, I'd say Black Winter Wells.
Okay. Why would you say Trippy Red?
Because honestly, like I make like out of like all of us on the team, I make more of like the trappier stuff. But like I've always been into like the spacey stuff, and like I grew up listening to rock music, so by nature, like I just feel like I have like that alternative rap sound, but I really feel like my voice and his voice will complement each other. It's just really it. We would make good music. Honestly,
yeah.
You know?
And you know, Trippy Red shows love to all types of artists. You know, he fucks with Chicago drill rappers heavy.
He just started fucking with hyperpop artists. Yeah, he posted some big hyperpop artists on his story recently.
Oh,
he was bumping their shit.
Okay.
That was dope to see. It was cool to see it like in the mainstream.
Oh yeah, definitely a blessing to see that. Okay. So now, what advice do you guys got for any bands coming up, you know?
I mean, honestly, just try to stick together, you know, move as a crew.
Be consistent.
Be consistent as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, and show your face a lot.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people's sort of downfall coming up is like there's a lot of people who when they're coming up and they get a little attention from a song or a little attention from whatever, they think they have like the luxury of like not posting a song for a couple months, but it's like you're not in a position to do that. It's like if you let them forget about you, they're gonna forget about you. You're not in that position yet. You haven't gotten there, and like there's no disrespect, but it's like we haven't gotten there yet. Like we aren't nearly where we want to be, but we're staying consistent, putting out music every week, like just going at it till we get there.
Right.
You gotta just have a clear and concise goal, and you can't lose focus. I feel like everything happens when you change, like when plans change and not everyone knows, you know. It's one of these things where it's like, at least like for us, we all know that we're in it to like really just make the best art that we can. We're friends helping each other like come up, and like as long as like, you know what I mean, like we keep true to that type, like there's really not like room for failure.
Right.
It's all open, like and like that's the thing too about hyperpop that we love as opposed to like say like any other genre. Like it's very communal. It's a whole, like a lot of these artists are blowing up because of the support that we all have from each other. So it's really, I can't turn my back on anybody because then like that's turning my back on myself. Like cause they're the ones that support me and all that stuff, and they're the ones that, because we don't have an industry, we don't have people putting the money into marketing and stuff like that. We all do it as like a community, you know. We all help each other, so it's like it's really a lot of love and passion that gets put at the forefront of it. You just can't lose focus. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So now, let's say you guys make a hit tomorrow. Are you signing to a record label or are you staying independent?
Everything's got to make sense. It's just really it. Like, not that deals don't make, you know, deals can make sense if they need to, but it's just like, are you getting what you want? Do you have enough leverage to be able to pull like the little things that make sure that you feel okay with what they're gonna do with your music and stuff, you know? And like honestly, from knowing like the people that we know in the community and shit, like we don't really need a label.
Right.
Half the artists that like have like these hundreds of thousands of listeners and followers have never talked to management, have never talked to a label. They're all just running and being successful from just properly putting their music out, making sure everything's copyrighted, and then, you know, taking the initiative to promote themselves. So it's got to make sense. That's
Definitely. Okay. So now, what's probably one of the best events you guys probably did together or been together, seen, you know, involving?
We had some good ass times. But I don't know, as a group, like what can
I don't know,
say?
I'd be staying inside.
Okay.
I don't really be going to events.
The only events you'll catch him at is when he's performing at one.
Okay.
And even that.
But it's valid though, because like I mean, and what's awesome, especially since like COVID and stuff, like a lot of these events are like live stream.
Yeah.
So all the people that are there are people that we know, so it's not like as awkward. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's the type of shit I like too. I like going to things where I know everybody or feel comfortable with everybody, because that way I can vlog, you know, all type of shit I want to do.
I don't know, I'm very awkward and uncomfortable, and I get very anxious when there's like a lot of new people. So
Same
I
here.
don't like to put myself in those situations a lot, so I normally, when they go to like the parties and shit, I'm normally hanging back. But
and like we go to all different kinds of stuff, honestly. Like we did like this digi event where it's all like the new hyperpop stuff that's at like this warehouse. It's like covered in like Hello Kitty and anime and all this stuff. And then we were at this punk show that was like right at this park that was like they were filled like 800 deep. 800 deep. They had a fire pit. Everyone was running around the fire pit, like getting into fights.
Niggas was getting lit up on fire. That shit was crazy. I lost my knife.
Yeah,
wow.
That shit was crazy.
It was lit though, for real. And so we just try to be active, like, and like there's so many like different, like we're all different. So we all kind of like fit in everywhere. You know what I mean? As a whole, like we'll pull up as a group and like, and we're all so cohesive that it's like doesn't matter where we're at, like everyone's valid. It's just like how it's always been, and we're very genuine. So like, you know, the energy just kind of translates to everything. So.
Most definitely. Okay. So now, what's all you guys' Instagrams if anybody wants to reach out for any business inquiries?
My shit's MXG Center 187.
Mine's D9.KennyOrlando.
Okay.
mine is Diet Codeine.
And at OboxyJ Official.
Okay. Definitely. All right. Appreciate this interview, guys. You know.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate
Most
you.
definitely.
Yard sale till my heart fail, baby.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Shout out my nigga Kyle for the interview, man. You know the vibes. Me in LA.
Oh
Yard
yeah,
sale
most
shit.
definitely.
Status update exclusive. We out here. Status update exclusive. Downtown
Nice.
LA. Yard sale, baby.
We on top of the
Status update
city.
exclusive. Yard sale till my heart fail. Thanks for having us. Take care, everyone.
Appreciate it.